But yeah, and then you got the lamest villain of all. Like, there's an interview with Kishimoto where he's like, I'm actually kind of regret making Madara so powerful because I don't know like how to like make it so the heroes can win against him. And then like 3 or 4 weeks later is when the chapter comes out where Zetsu just stabs him in the back.
It's like the fucking that copy pasted me about how powerful Madara is.
Anybody really defeat Madara?
Yeah. Yeah, like he's this ultimate like god, and he still chumps that. That's writing yourself in a corner right there. Like,
Oh man, there's so many things like a bitch about this because like the whole ninja war is trash. We already covered that.
yeah,
But then like there's two things here. You got the power ups, the stacks on stacks of power, where literally God just comes down just throwing powers onto Naruto and Sasuke because Madara keeps throwing powers on himself. So they just keep throwing powers onto themselves to try to fight each other. It's just it's literally that Bugs Bunny skit where they're each pulling guns out.
oh, yeah,
And then
exactly.
each gun gets larger and larger and larger until they're pulling out guns the size of the earth on each other. That's literally what's going on. It's just constantly getting bigger and bigger weapons to try to beat each other.
So dumb.
And they just keep getting this powers out of nowhere and pulling them out of their ass. And they start getting eye powers to the fucking max, to the point you get the worst thing ever. It was the Sharingan Rinnegan bullshit, where he's got the fucking purple eye with the line, but it's also got the fucking like spots in it. It looks so terrible.
Yeah.
And then the other guy's got his eyes, and they're all doing this bullshit with each other. They can create dimensions.
I'm actually surprised Naruto. I'm surprised Naruto doesn't have eye powers. I mean, yes, Sage Mode, his eyes go funny, but like
No,
not.
he gets well, they're not eye powers, but he gets the cross eyes because he gets the frog eyes to go horizontal, and then the fox eyes to go vertical, and then they cross to create a plus line.
I forgot about that. I only remember the Sage, the fucking
the Hypno Toad eyes.
Yeah. Oh my god.
And but his thing is all about basically just how powerful is Ninetales. Apparently really fucking powerful because he keeps getting new power-ups and keeps getting new forms to get progressively lamer looking.
Like, I don't get it. All the other beasts aren't that powerful. Why the fuck is Ninetales as good?
And eventually all the other beasts give him their powers too.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that's his way, is he stacks beasts up, whereas Sasuke stacks eyes on.
So stupid.
And then there's Obito.
Fucking Obito.
Like, that character summarize is just me going, like, this is the worst character. Like, the whole thing they're trying to go for is, this guy was basically a Naruto, then he saw how fucked up the world was and turned evil. And now he wants to create a perfect world where no one's sad. But for some reason, instead of focusing on that, everything he focuses on is, it's this one girl that died. That should have basically just been the start of evil. Instead, it basically is like the entire catalyst of this guy's entire character. He's basically male Sakura.
But like, here's the thing.
He's obsessed with this one girl, and despite there being other things he could easily be talking about, because he's seen everything. He even caused like the Naruto's parents to die.
Yeah.
And yet, like, they instead of talking about any of that stuff, no, he's just focused solely on this one chick he liked when he was 12.
You know, the thing is too, from what I remember, it was just wasn't it because he in quotes he sacrificed himself to protect like Kakashi and the girl.
Yeah.
The boulders crushed his face, but then it was Madara who found out.
Yep.
And just helped him. I thought that was it. I didn't realize it was this. Oh, this world is so dark. This world's so evil.
Yeah, no. So eventually he trains and he finds that, and then they tell him, "Hey, no, rinse and you have to go help him," and it's all just a plot of Madara.
Yeah.
Because everything is.
Yeah.
And he goes out there, and when he gets there, he arrives in time to see Kakashi stabbing her, and he even admits later on that he knows that she killed herself and stabbed herself on his sword, so he has no real reason to be pissed off at Kakashi.
So
but then he says he's still pissed off at him though because he still failed to protect her anyways. Because and that's why this world is fake, and I'm gonna create the real world where we're all alive. It's basically the world sucks and he can't handle it, so he's gonna do instrumentality project.
Oh, it does sound like Shinji, so.
No, the Shinji doesn't want to do that. It's the loser Sele and Gendo. Yeah, his dad's a loser. He just looks like a cool guy. Whereas Shinji looks like a loser and kind of is a loser, but he's also a cool guy to some degree.
Oh yeah.
When he grits his balls in the second movie of the remakes, he gets fucking glowing red eyes. They never explained. I don't think they ever explained that.
God, I
don't want to get into that. Ava's a whole other discussion, boy. But like, and then like Obito, and then like he gets so lame looking. Like the ten tails, where you get the fucking spines coming out of his back, and he's like all white with a staff. He looks so fucking lame. He looks like some bad JRPG villain.
It's like supposed to be like Naruto's ultimate form. Like, oh look, they kind of look the same.
But barely
Like so
that.
stupid.
And then
Oh
later on, you should look at when he gets blown apart and he loses powers, and he's got like half black and half white face. He's like half
yeah.
Setsu, half Obito. He looks so fucking lame, and like he looks about as good of a character as he is, because he's so fucking lame. And even when he sacrifices himself, like okay, first, then he's like, "Hey, you killed my parents? No, man, we're good guys now." Yeah, that thing. And Obito's like, okay, he sees himself being Hokage. He's like, oh, I feel regret. Uh. And then he decides to become a good guy now.
So dumb.
After all this horrible bullshit, like where he's been responsible for literally everything that's been wrong with Naruto's life, and Naruto's like, nah, man, you're a cool guy. You're the coolest guy. You killed 40,000 people. You're the coolest guy.
And he got what he wanted. Yay, reunited.
That's the thing too. This motherfucker. So when he dies, he sacrifices himself, and as Kakashi's like, man, why'd you sacrifice yourself to save me again? And he's like, because that means I can go see Rune without you. I'll be there first.
See ya, bitch.
See ya, bitch. Even though she's like 12 still, probably, and I guess he Anakinized himself and got young again. And that's the end of his character. And then at that point, we're left with the worst villain of all of them, Kaguya. Just nothing.
Oh man, Moon Goddess.
Moon Mommy. Just no, like that's the introducer too. Is like, hey, here's Jesus. Now who's the final boss? Jesus' mom.
And you know what I think is understated is that Naruto and Sasuke are reincarnations of her kids.
Yeah. Well, she cries the first time she sees them because she thinks they're her kids.
Yeah.
And Naruto and
And
Sasuke are just like, wait, what?
but
And
like no, but
that's the thing. The final boss, the final character of the entire story is supposed to summarize everything, and your main characters don't know who she is. And she doesn't know who they are. So they're both like, who are you? I don't know, but we're gonna fight.
That's the funniest shit ever. You're right, they don't know each other. Like, alright, fuck it, let's throw down.
They learn about who she is and her name 5 minutes before she appears when Jesus tells them. They die too, and then they meet Jesus. It's so stupid. That's the only time that's the only time you ever get Sakura doing anything cool. Is in order to keep Naruto from dying, is she cuts him open and puts her hand in his heart and starts beating his heart like she's fucking like Star Platinum.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, you get one Sakura.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then they come back, and now they're both Jesus, and then now they're gonna have to go fight Mary. Mary, yeah.
It's just so dumb though, because the whole plotline was just like, oh yeah, these two are her kids. It's just like another bullshit way to try to connect Sasuke with Naruto. You know
That's
what
the
I mean?
worst one too, because then they reveal, oh, all these weird Naruto Sasuke's throughout time are literal reincarnations.
Yeah.
Even though some of them are still alive, while Naruto and Sasuke are alive.
Yeah, like Madara and shit.
Madara and Obito are both alive. How is there a Sasuke now?
Makes no sense. But it's just so dumb because it's just another last minute play to show like, look, Sasuke and Naruto are like star-crossed lovers this whole time.
And it's just a thing where it's like, yeah, he had nothing left. Kishimoto, he like at this point he just starts throwing Naruto and Sasuke's out because that's all he knows how to write anymore, and he's got nothing left and nothing to say.
Honestly, yeah.
Like what's Madara's character or his motivation? I want to be powerful and Tsukiyomi the world because
yeah,
things suck, I guess.
At least Obito kind of had an excuse.
Nah, he's bad too.
No, it's not good, but it's still something.
No, but I want to compare him to Pain, where it's like he also went through a ton of bullshit. But his idea is he's gonna basically lose shit and rule the world for fear, and then now make them all hate him. He's gonna take all the pain on, and then he's gonna be like, and then the world will be united. That's a plan, and he's got a reason for why he's doing it. Unlike these guys who just want to do things because life sucks.
Yeah, and then they somehow summon Moon Goddess, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah, and then like the fucking tree 10 tails is the worst thing.
Yeah,
it looks so lame. It's a weird alien thing, and then here comes Moon Mommy, and she doesn't even talk all that much. She says a few lines, but the one who talks for her is Black Zetsu.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like she doesn't talk, and you're just like, really?
She's just a force of nature. Meanwhile, this weird like face inside of her hand is the real villain,
Mm-hmm.
and who's been manipulating everything since the beginning. It's like, really, Black Zetsu, this weird.
Yeah, because I didn't know who the fuck he
It's the
was.
final boss of the series, really, and he's just basically like working with some woman.
Yeah, like I was so confused. I was like, who the fuck is this guy again? Because I didn't read like the earlier chunk of Shippuden, so I was like, who the fuck is this guy?
I was read everything. Who the fuck is this guy? That's they don't explain him really all that well. The first thing you find out is that Madara said he created him, but he only actually created the white Zetsu. The black Zetsu was created by the god, and they only explain that when the god appears. You learn the villain's backstory, both of them, when they appear, like in the final battle. And Naruto and Sasuke are like, especially Naruto, are like having these like, how dare you? These like, my greatest enemy of all time. This person I just met 5 minutes ago. like, like I remember someone calling it canon filler.
Canon filler. Oh my god.
Because it's like one of those like movies, right? Where Naruto finds a guy, he's gonna fight him. He doesn't really know who this guy is, but he's gonna fight him, and he's gonna blow him away with a rainbow Rasengan at the end because he's a bad guy, I guess.
Yeah,
And then he's
you're
gonna
right.
peace out and not ever think about this guy ever again. That's what this is, canon filler, because like who's Kaguya to him?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah,
It's just
like a movie
somebody.
exclusive. Yeah,
It's just somebody who's doing a bad thing, so he's gonna stop him. And then after he stops him, he goes fight to the real final battle with Sasuke.
yeah.
Because that's
Which
what
is
actually mattered.
Which is, by the way, the stupidest thing ever.
Oh,
You kill
boy.
a moon goddess, and it's like, all right, let's throw down. It's like, seriously?
And like they could have made a decent reason for them to throw down. It's good 'cause at that point Sasuke wanted to be Hokage,
Yeah.
so they could be like, okay, we're gonna fight for it because the strong make rule the weak, I guess. But
Yeah.
like, okay, we're gonna fight because I think you're wrong, and no, I think you're wrong. But no, instead Sasuke out of nowhere is like, okay, I killed Moon Goddess. Now I want to take over the whole world for some reason. I'm gonna kill the Hokage. I'm gonna kill the Tailed Beast, and I'm gonna rule because he wants to make his own version of the Lelouch plan, where he's gonna also zero Requiem it. But it's really lame. It comes out of nowhere, has no build up, and he's just like, yeah, I'm evil now. And then
Yeah.
Naruto's like, I'll stop you, and then they fight.
It'd make more sense if they're like, okay, let's just settle this, like, get this over with. But it didn't come off like that.
Yeah, they could also say, yeah, we still have to finish our battle or whatever. We need to settle this like men, and they're gonna go punch
Yeah,
each other
instead
really hard.
Sasuke just goes on a rant. I was like, what?
And it's like, yeah, you didn't need to. They could just say, hey, Naruto, we got business to finish, even though we're both
And you
good
know
guys
what's
now.
so funny about this? You could have taken out Moon Goddess, and you'd miss nothing.
Yeah.
Because you could still kill Madara. Like, who cares? Like, maybe Black Zetsu does kill it. And then afterwards, fucking Sasuke and Naruto are like, all right.
Kill him.
Yeah, like, kill him. Like, all right, let's just settle our business now.
The best
You
thing
would
would have
have
been to have just my guy kicks him and kills him, and then like, okay, and then that's Naruto and Sasuke got to throw down.
You wouldn't have missed anything.
Nothing
like,
happened.
at all with the Moon Goddess taken out.
The only thing that Moon Goddess does is she kills Obito.
Yeah.
That's it. So I guess
Even then,
she's not that bad then. She gets some points. Okay, that's the second best female character in Naruto under Tsunade is Kaguya because she kills the Obito.
Oh my god.
Thank you.
Thank you.
you're the coolest girl.
Honestly, I don't think she did anything wrong.
She never even had a chance to do anything wrong. Like this character just comes out of nowhere.
Wasn't it like her two kids that end up being Sasuke and Naruto? They just went to war with each other. It wasn't her fault,
No,
right?
no. At some point, she apparently went crazy with power, and went from like the gods everyone loved to the gods everyone feared. So then her sons sealed her away, but then they started to fight because they were like, eh. No. One of them became the Sage's Sixth Path, and he gave birth to two other kids, and that was Indra and Asura, and that's the Naruto and Sasuke.
Yeah,
and then
you're right,
those two fight. Yeah. It's so stupid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Because she's got two kids, but then he's also got two kids, and then
the family shows up in Boruto.
They had the fucking family tree, and it's so crazy, and like, oh god. And now there's more moon gods, and I was like, they look lame.
And there's cyber moon gods apparently. I don't fucking know.
Like she looks kind of cool, but like I've seen like the other ones, and they all look so lame.
Maybe in another series, but like
In another series. Naruto. But yeah, Naruto. What about the ninjas? Make them fight. There's a lot of unresolved bullshit, guys. Like they can
like the whole moon goddess alien thing in another series would have worked. In a feudal Japan ninja story, like what?
Or like
You know?
they could have shown up in Boruto alone And then that would have been Boruto's thing. Is the moon now is a problem because now they solved the Earth problem.
But it's
But
like, no.
no, moon.
Yeah,
Because
aliens.
Kishimoto just loves throwing out Japanese myths and just doing nothing with them.
Yeah.
Here's Susano, who's Amaterasu. They're all just weird moves. Now here's Kaguya. She can turn into a rabbit because that's the thing. Yeah.
Oh, is that why she's called Usagi?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, I just got that.
Yeah, the moon rabbit, yeah.
Oh. Holy shit.
That's why I'm glad she's called Serena in the English version, because that's such a stupid fucking joke and name. Who gives birth to a kid and I was like, yeah, I'm going to call you Bunny.
Well, it's also like Ichigo, Strawberry.
That's what his name is?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess in Naruto, he's just a condiment that you put inside of ramen.
Well, Goku, Gohan, Vegeta,
they're all
Boy.
food. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all food.
Isn't
Why does that work so much better?
Gohan is rice. I can't remember what Goku is, but yeah.
Goku, I think, is made up, or at least a combination of words. I
Later
know
on,
Gohan
he becomes Kakarot, and that's carrot.
Gohan is lunch or rice.
That's funny. And then, like, I'll give it to Toriyama. Is like he's the only one of the ball to name his entire family line after underwear.
Yeah, that is actually funny.
Bulma, bra, briefs, trunks.
Trunks of briefs.
Dr. Briefs. Like,
why does it work in Dragon Ball? Like, I don't get it.
because it was silly originally. That's why it worked. Whereas Naruto was like, especially towards the end, Naruto's trying really hard to be taken seriously.
Yeah, that's the problem I think too about Naruto. It tries way too hard.
Like, I'll give it to like even in the final arc, you have what do you call it? Goku and Vegeta doing the fusion dance and fighting inside as a candy ball and fighting inside Boo. They're still funny. Whereas here, it's like, yeah, we're hardcore cool guys.
Yeah, and then
Well,
nothing
we're doing stupid shit. Yeah.
And then nothing of consequence happens. Yeah, that's the problem. I think one of the big problems in Naruto tries way too hard to be serious, and it's just like, no, you should be silly. Like, not fully like comedy, but like lighten it up a bit.
Or be silly in a good way, or be serious in a good way, not like Kingdom Hearts level dumbness. What else? I think we got from most of them. Yeah, why aliens? Oh god, I mean, like towards the end, everyone got their whole sadness and sorrow swing.
Oh yeah.
But even the tailed beasts do. You get a fucking flashback with a tiny Ninetales. He's called Kurama, and he gets his own swing moment where Jesus was his owner, and he's such a good owner, but then Jesus died, and now he's left alone, and he's sat on the swing and he's sad.
So stupid.
And then all the people tried to use him for his power, and that turned him evil. But Naruto's the only person who ever treated him like a equal again. And the best thing is in the English version, because it's just a guy doing "I'm a big tough guy" monster voice.
Yeah.
And you got that while trying to sound sad. It's hilarious. It's so bad. And I think that's the end. And the last thing I got here is everything about Boruto is bad.
Yeah, well, we already touched on that.
Yeah, the designs are the worst. The only one that looks okay is Sasuke.
Which is funny because you look at him, he's so bland.
He's bland, but he's not an edgelord. And he doesn't have the fucking V-neck anymore.
Yeah. You know, fucking black. That's the only time I agree with a black trench coat. Like, it actually works on him.
And at least he actually keeps his arm blown off, unlike Naruto, who cowards out.
Yeah.
Get the fucking fake arm. I mean, come on, man. If you need 2 arms, just create a clone of yourself. Now you got 2 arms. Like, what a series.
I didn't know too much, and I was always like, I guess you'd say a casual. But man, like when you dig deep like this, it's like, this kind of sucks. Like,
and the thing that makes me hate it so much is that it had potential. Like it was really good at one point, and then it got kind of bleh with like everyone surviving Sasuke. But then Shippuden starts and it kind of gets okay, getting better again. Oh, Ninja War.
On the topic of potential, the show is kind of like Bleach in the sense of like it has good ideas spread out, but when it's all connected together and you get the final product, it's horrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's like you look at the big picture; it's a fucking mess.
Exactly. Like the pain stuff was good, you know what I mean? Like the Moon Goddess on its own, outside of this Naruto stuff, is actually kind of interesting, you know. But like, it doesn't work in this series. It came so fucking late, you know, like this, that, and the other thing.
Really. So I guess like let's wrap this up though. It's like okay, who's your favorite Naruto character?
Obito.
Yeah, Sakura. There you go. Yep, and she's so shit that she creates like a Uchiha that needs glasses. Like, that's Naruto. 5 out of 10, I guess. Though, like, there's a lot of cool shit, but boy, that shit the bed hard.